Oh,
There's nobody, just us, we're the only one.
Okay. We'll go ahead and do the whole spiel. Welcome to the Tallulah Falls Planning and Zoning regular meeting, February the 12th, 2025. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Adoption of the minutes. Can I get a vote for
Make a motion to adopt the minutes.
Christie? Harry? 3 and present. Approval of the minutes from October 9th, 2024. Harry?
I'll second.
Christie? Old business? No old business. The new business is to discuss the modification of the draft of the tree preservation ordinance. We have the minutes and the notations from our last meeting. Any discussion? It looks like at the public hearing that, I think that was from something else. I know it's so we sent this over to the city council. There was a hesitation on the expression or expressed about regulating trees on private property, belief in neighboring resolving issues rather than government intervention, concerns about enforcement and resources about small or resource in a small community, personal opinions against creating an ordinance, emphasizing on respecting individual property owners' rights, preference for neighborly discussion over mandates, the concerns that was raised, acknowledgement of the past incidents of clear cutting, questions if there were any complaints about tree cuttings, no other complaints noted by council members, arguments in the needs of an ordinance to prevent future incidents, the importance of maintaining the natural beauty of the area, concerned about setting a precedence without regulations. Alternative suggestions was proposal to include tree regulations in new building guidelines. Let's talk about that.
Okay. My thoughts on that are, if I want to cut down the trees, but you're only gonna control what trees I cut down whenever I come in to get a building permit, then I'm gonna tell you, I'm not planning on building right now, I'm gonna cut all my trees down. You're not coming to get my permit later, so I think that's silly. Unless the only thing we do is to require you add trees in if they're not there. But as far as limiting what you can cut down with a permit for your building permit, I think that would be useless. But if you require certain trees to get your building permit, especially on your boundaries and what types you have, that would be okay.
It looks like there was an individual who had perspectives of clear cutting was a reaction to a proposed tree ordinance. Speaker owns 30 acres residential property on Hickory Nut Mountain and received a call warning him about the tree ordinance. Speaker expressed no desire to cut the trees, plead to the town to avoid drastic actions to violate personal rights. Council's option on the ordinance. Council discussed options regarding the tree ordinance. Options included denying the ordinance, approving it, or sending it back for recommendations. Concerns about the effectiveness and the enforcement of the ordinance. Difficulty in regarding or regulating the enforcing tree cuttings. Potential for property owners to clear cut without permits.
Well, I like this last two paragraphs, decision on the ordinance.
Okay,
Motion made to deny the ordinance, reason, desire for neighborly relations rather than dictatorial control. Motion seconded and voted on. Ordinance denied, but planning and zoning can continue to explore the issue if they so choose. This wasn't a choice by us. We were asked by the council to come up with a tree ordinance. We did so. We modified it 2 or 3 times. We presented it. It's been denied and put back to us. I don't want anybody to get the idea that this was our idea. We were asked to do this. So going forward, I'm not understanding what's wanted. Because there was a tree ordinance, I thought. I mean, I didn't think we were coming up with a new one. I thought we were replacing.
Honestly, I don't remember, it's been so long, I've been working on this.
But anyway, yeah, and the bottom line, the point that I'm starting to make is planning and zoning can continue, well. I'd rather not. So if it's a choice, I'd just assume rather not, because we were asked to do that. And we put a lot of time and effort in it. And if that's pretty much our feedback is that they don't want it. I mean, basically, it says that desire for neighborly relations rather than any kind of control.
okay, so I got going forward, what is the city's needs? P and Z would rather not move forward until we have directions.
Exactly. You know, I would
They're
think
clearly
that,
defined.
yeah, I think it would be way better for somebody to give us some parameters before we spend any more time on this. Because I'm confused as to what,
Would you like to make that in the form of a motion?
yeah,
Okay,
I'm making motion.
What do you want the motion to say?
That,
Table until,
yeah, table the tree ordinance until we have more clear instructions as to what the desire is for the town, because I guess basically the town is would rather rely on neighbors than a tree ordinance. So,
well, and I'm just gonna say this out loud, I think that ordinances are to be followed instead of dictated. I'm just gonna say that. It's my opinion.
no. No, I agree.
and so table until we are given more instructions on what the desire of the town council is beyond neighborly relations.
Yeah.
I'll second that.
There is no floor to open to, so if someone wants to make a motion to adjourn. Unless y'all have something that we need to talk about in the future. Does anybody wanna?
Nobody said anything to me.
I'm good.
Okay,
I haven't heard anything.
so 6:11. Someone want to make a motion to adjourn, Christie. Seconded by Harry. All in favor? Meeting adjourned.